What if you could shoot videos without you even being on screen? We're going to show you how to create an AI avatar of yourself that is hyper realistic. What's going on, guys? My name is Nick Krem, and this is AI for real estate agents. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe below, because we are going to show you guys how to create an AI avatar of yourself that can shoot videos for you. Hope you enjoy.
AI for real estate agents.
Once you sign up for HeyGen, this is the home screen. As you can see here, I've got the creator account there. I'll go down to just pricing quickly. So there's a free account. The creator account's $29 a month. I recommend for most people to do the creator account, even though they're telling you here most popular, just stick with, if you're gonna pay for it, the creator account. It gives you unlimited videos. And yeah, it's the one that I'll be showcasing you today on. So from here, we have, this is the homepage, what we see, and we're going to go look at how to firstly create your avatar. So before I get into this, what you're going to need, okay, well, actually, we'll get into. So you're going to go here and you're going to create one. You guys aren't going to see all these other things going on here with the avatars. You're going to see create a new avatar, but you would just go create here, and then it was to give you the same options as that you're going to see here. It's going to say, use your own video or use photos. Okay, so you can use photos. It's definitely, if you're gonna do it, like and have stuff that you're going to post or send out, I do use your own video because the quality is a lot better. But if you just wanted to mess around with some photos and for the fun of it, go ahead and use photos. Really interesting to do. But you want to use your own video. So here we have two options. We have a still avatar and a motion avatar. For the sake of this video, we're going to be doing the still avatar. The reason being, because the motion one, for you to go out and create the video, you're going to have someone assisting you, because trying to do like a selfie look doesn't look so great. And so you need someone, a second person to do the filming. So we're going to just do the still avatar. And what we're going to need is you're going to need to have a 2 to 5 minute video. Now, probably always aim to do like 2 minutes and 15 seconds as the least amount, because if it is not exactly 2 minutes, like you think you hit 2 minutes and you go try to upload it and it won't upload, it's because you haven't fulfilled what they deem as the 2 minute requirement in the size of the file. So I always aim for like 2 minutes, 15 seconds, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay. It's going to give you recommendations here of like what to use. You want to use the highest resolution the camera you have, depending on what you have on your laptop or your desktop. In most cases, a lot of people use their phone because the phone always seems to have a little bit of higher quality. Record in a well-lit environment, look directly into the camera, and always pause between each sentence with your mouth closed. That's going to be probably the hardest thing. Yeah, because when you think of it, you try doing that and trying to pause, and you're thinking, am I closing my mouth for too long? Or what the case might be. Now, I'm going to point out this one here. Use generic gestures and keep your hands in your chest. Now, the generic gestures, disregard that, because it's currently, they're rolling it out. They're rolling out a feature which it hasn't been rolled out. Like I don't even have access to it. Is where that you can have you can put your hand up, point, and things like that, and then you can actually have the avatar do those motions in a specific point of the video. But so for when you're creating your first avatar, just keep your hands like within your body and just slowly like very basic movements. Yeah, don't start wailing around, because currently, until the new feature rolls out, the creation of the avatar won't know, and then you'll make hand gestures in the wrong point of your video. So just try to do basic ones for now. Okay, so once we see this and we go through and we think, okay, great, we move on to the next, and then here we have a couple options. Okay, so we have upload footage, record via webcam, record via phone. Now, the best quality is upload footage. And this is the one that requires 2+ minutes. Okay, the webcam is a lot less requirements and the quality drops a lot. And then the phone is a little bit better than the webcam, but similarly, it's not as good as upload. So I recommend you record it and then you upload it. And I would just go here to the files, and then you would find the video. In this case, I would just go here like that. I would upload it. It's going to, in the instance of people doing here, you got to make sure we got we check that we want background removal on, okay? And unless you are having difficulty finding a quiet place, then I would leave keep ambient sounds unchecked. And obviously 4K resolution is only for the team account, which is the higher paid account. Okay, so you always want to make sure this is checked, because once you've created the avatar, you can't like select this, and you won't be able to use the background removal in your videos. You have to go back and recreate your avatar. And don't worry if that happens. Like the whole process for them to like create and render your avatar, it takes like 10 minutes in total. So it's not like a big amount of time lost. Do you recommend a green screen? So a green screen is good, but remember that you also have to have good lighting. Because if you don't have good lighting, you have a green screen, you're gonna see green haze. So sometimes a workaround that is like, I would, for just starting off, if you want to make sure that you have a good background removal, use a white wall, okay? Because then the haze, if any haze of poor lighting, can be white rather than green, because green just looks like, you know, you could be like a Martian. So you don't want that. But if you've got a green screen, bear in mind you want your lighting correct, but the green screen will work with great lighting. It will be great. And then you just press next. Okay, it's going to check here and then submit. You're going to, for everybody starting, this is where you'll probably see that it's going to ask you to give your consent. And so here is where it'll give you like a sentence to read and then a passcode. You just need to push record, say the statement with passcode, and then push stop, and then send. It'll buffer, and then it'll say consent granted or error or whatever the case might be, and you have to redo it. But in most cases, they just say good, and then you'll submit the avatar, and then what happens is it goes back. And let's leave here for a second. It'll go back to the avatar section, and you'll see, or actually you'll see in project, you'll see avatar, like it'll say 10% in progress. And like I said, it takes 5 to 10 minutes for it to be completed. And they will send you an email to give you notice that it's been created. Okay. So now we've got to look at, we've got our avatar created, and we're wanting to create a video. Okay. So an example I did was I went to ChatGPT and I asked it to create me a script, a short script for a reel for the top 10 things you need to do before selling your home. Okay. It had the scene 1 with the hook. You know, scene 2 started off with the first tip, moving on to scene 11 with the last 10th tip, and then the final hook. My final hook in this case was that I had created in ChatGPT a comprehensive guide with home selling tips as well. So I was trying to encourage people to DM me for the full guide. Okay, that was the whole point of the creating this video. Okay, so now we're going to go into HeyGen, and so here where we would start is we would start here, create a video. Here we can decide what we were doing, if we were going to create a portrait. So this would be for if we were creating a reel for, say, a YouTube short, Instagram, or TikTok or something like that. I had first plans of doing something like on Facebook and something else. So I decided to pick landscape. Okay, so you come to this screen here. Now, I'm going to show you guys the new editor because I'm sure that this is going to change very, very soon because there's some new features on this other one. So if you see up here, so you jump to this editor. Now I'm going to go, it says try the new editor. So I'm going to select there because I'm sure this is going to be changed very quickly. So I might as well show you this so you know how to use the new one. So that's obviously, they put an automatic avatar here, Annie in here. And so I'm going to go, I left click on the mouse on top of Annie, and I'm going to say replace. So I go then to select the avatar I want to put in here. In this case, I'm going to use this one of Nick. And so you see it here. Okay, I'm thinking, okay, because I'm going to put scenes on, I need to be able to, I want to have the background removed. So you see here, I'm still selected on him. As you can see, if I wasn't, you'd want to go back and left click the mouse. So these other features pop up. You see that? If I'm not selected on him, you have the standard features up top here. Yeah. But when I go here, I select it and I'm going to go background remover. So BG, background remover. And see how quick that is? And you can see here, a little slight hazing, but not too bad. Okay, and so what I want to do, so I'm going to pick the top points. You see that where I got there? I go with my mouse, left click, hold it down, and then I move that down to resize. Obviously, I don't want Nick to be an overwhelming part of the scene. Okay, and so there we have that. Now we're gonna look here. So our first script, scene 1, is, it also gave you visuals. Okay, and so in these visuals, what I did was, I actually, instead of me going and looking for visuals, I actually just took the visual like this. I copied and pasted that. I went like this. I said create in ChatGPT. I pasted that. I went space and I put PNG. Okay. The reason behind me making these statements is because otherwise, when I didn't do it, because I wasn't indicating this to ChatGPT, it was then telling ChatGPT that it could make the decision on what size or what format it was giving me. And so what it did, if I did a whole bunch of it, it was going to give me a different bunch of sizes and different bunch of formats. So you want to keep it at saying that. And then what happens is when I did that, I got this. Okay. And what I asked for was zoom in front of a for sale sign going in front of a nice house. And so this was the right size and it was PNG. Now, how you download it on ChatGPT is you left click on the mouse, it opens up larger, and then we go up to the top right here and we go save. Okay. And so that's going to save it on your computer and going into the download section. So it'll be easy for you guys to find it. Okay. Because now just imagine we've gone through all of the 12 scenes and we've created all the images. And one thing I'm going to mention now, even though ChatGPT is super impressive, there might be occasions when you get something back that it's going to have what they call in a large language model, a hallucination, where it's just going to like have some error on it. So you might have to attempt to generate the image a couple of times. Okay. And there's no reason thinking like, why did it do that? It's just it's just how it is. So if you see something, because I'll give you an example. I asked it to showcase one of a person putting in a light bulb. And I must have done 6 times and it just looked too weird. And so in the end, I changed the image I wanted. Instead of putting in a light bulb, I said fixing a squeaky door. Okay, so if you're getting something like that, then just change the idea up, because otherwise it's going to take you way too long and it's not going to be worth your time like wasting. So once we think of that, we've got all our images downloaded to our computer, we're now back at HeyGen. Okay, we're back here and we're thinking like, this is my slide 1, and slide 1 told me that I needed the house picture in there, and then this is my script. So I go into HeyGen. I'm thinking, okay, where does this look? So we go to media up here. We select media. Just so you know, they do have stock images, videos, and music that you could select down here if you're creating something else. But for us, we're wanting to upload, top right here. We'd go upload, and then we would find the images that we want. We would select one, or we select multiples, and then you'd put open, and then it would upload them. And then it goes right into this section here, uploads. So so scene 1, we're looking for the house. And so here it is here. We select it. It's going to open up, but hey, it's small. We want it to fit the whole screen. So you right click on your mouse and then you see set as background. Then we set as background, and then we have this, okay? You could then see if you wanted to reposition Nick make them bigger, smaller. Say, I should say your avatar, bigger or smaller, and whatever you like. In most cases, you don't want it too overpowering. You know, you kind of be too much if you thought Nick was like this. Yeah. So, you know, or he's too small like that. Just do whatever you think as well. You could also, just so showcase here, you could go to framing, and you could go from normal, close, and to a circle view. So if you thought like a circle view was better, you could do that. So say if you didn't want to, you liked your thing, you didn't want to, you could have him look like that. And for this, we're going to just showcase him as the standard, as normal, with the avatar, and make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so now we got the scene looks good. Now we got to do is we now got to get the first script in. So what we do here, we go back to ChatGPT, and we copy, go here, and now you see on the left-hand side, we got the script. Now there's a couple of things we can do here. We can paste this in, and it would use the clone voice that it has, that it made when you created your avatar. What you also can do, like, okay, so I'll show you this. So we can do this, typed in. We can also, if we're doing a typed in one, we can also use voice director. So we need to go to switch to Panda. We switch to Panda, and then we could actually change, like we could go excited, casual, calm. Let's just take a look at what it sounds like right now, and I'll show you a change. Okay, it doesn't have what we're gonna have to, but what would happen normally is it would play back and you'd hear the tone, inflection that it would have, and then you could alter it using the voice director. But just so you see here, the voice director lets you change the different tones, and it'll tell you like here, so excited, highly enthusiastic, exuberant, and vibrant. And then you can scroll to different ones. You could apply it to the whole voice or apply it to one scene. Okay. And sometimes I think this is a really good option. It's going to sound, because I'm going to show you an example afterwards. It's going to look weird in my example because I'm using Nick's avatar, but I could also go to audio and record. And I could record thinking about selling your home. Don't even think about listing it until you've done these 10 things. And I can add it to the scene, and it's going to be my true voice. And then the avatar is going to basically lip sync into it. Okay, because a lot of times people think like, oh, the voice isn't 100%. So you could like, let's remove the type. Thinking about selling your home? Don't even think about listing it until you've done these 10 things. So that way you've got all the tone that you want. It's your true voice. And so like, that is great. The other features where they come into hand is like, say if you had like an admin or like a virtual assistant making videos for you, you obviously couldn't have them do that. Yeah, with your voice. But you could send them, you can also send audio clips, which they could upload. So voice mirroring is where it does take, like someone else could talk and you could then mirror the voice for the actual clone voice. But I just think the best option, if you're doing it yourself and it's your avatar, is just record it and speak it. And that way it's 100% you and it's exactly how you want. It's the easiest way, the easiest fix. Okay. So now we've got one scene created. What we need to do now is we want scene 2. So where we go here, this plus sign down here, where we select it, and we're going to select it as a blank scene. You could, there's templates they have if you were using one of their templates, but we're going to have a blank scene. Okay, so now we've created a new scene. And look, it nicely brought the avatar over. So we don't have to like go through that process and resize it and get it on there and remove the background. So what we see here in the middle here of the two scenes is a transition button. Hold on. So here we got different transitions. So this is how the two slides are going to transition to each other. So we got nothing. We got, I think, fade. And then this is like flow into the other. So whenever you like, I'm not going to go through this too much, but that gives the transition to this. So now we're looking to go back to ChatGPT because we got to go scene 2. So scene 2, we're having cleaner, vacuuming, and wiping windows. And so we copy the script. We come back here. Make sure you're on scene 2 because I see right now that I'm not. There we go, scene 2. And so we want to bring that scene in of someone cleaning and vacuuming, the supermaid. It was funny. Most times I would have probably got ChatGPT to redo this, but I thought it was funny. Like, who would really be vacuuming and washing the window at the same time? I thought it was interesting because I asked for that. Yeah, I saw the prompt that ChatGPT created, asked, so it actually created exactly what we asked for, and I thought it was funny, so I left it there. So we've got the scene here. I've already copied the script, and so I could go over here and paste it. I could fool around with the voice director to change the tone, or like I said, I could put in the audio, either upload or record it. And you can also put pauses. This little pause button, you'd find in where you want in the written script, and then you push a pause, and then it just puts in there, and I could change the pause time to make it be more human or realistic to how you'd want it. I just want to show you this. So this is like, I wanted to put let's think about putting some text onto, there it goes. So let's put some text onto here. So go title, so go text up top, go title. I can change color. Just go here, then you can go wherever you want the color palette here. Just put in a yellow maybe. You can just click out of it, click back in, and then you can just easier than going up here and changing the sizing. I just go like this and change size. And I think you could change all different fonts, sizes, bold. I'm going to leave it like this, and I'm putting in 10 things. So obviously I want it on one line. So I'm going to move it over, move it up. And so what I want it to I don't want it just to pop up in the beginning. So what you do is you select it, you move over where the script is, you see these two, the first and last words are highlighted, they got arrows. So this is going to show the beginning appear. So I just want to grab it. So I left click on the mouse and hold it down, and I'm going to go to here. And so if you want to watch the scene about selling your home, don't even think about listing it until you've done these 10 things. So there you go. So that's a little transition there. Another thing I forgot to mention here, like when you're on this here for the text, where is it? There. Here, you can also select the animation, and that'll give your like transition, like how it comes in and out, fade, pop in, and then you can do in and out. So yeah, and you could change the enter that, so you could do it here as well, where you want it to start, rather than do it like I just showed you. Just a couple of options that way. So we've got those two things done there. Like there's elements here. So you got frames, shapes, stickers, icons, and you could put these in, and they could be different animations coming in at different times, and highlight that. You can have captions coming on. You could select what type of, look the captions have. The captions are good because sometimes people are scrolling with mute on. So if it has something that's catchy, with the captions, it's probably a good idea, especially on a short, a reel, something like that. It's definitely recommended. Like the last slide, because it's important. Obviously, the last slide on this, because obviously when you're creating content, you're wanting someone to do something and not just like watch it. So like, just bear in mind, like I asked ChatGPT a hook in the beginning to get them to watch it, but you also get them want to do something in the end. So if you look here, so we'll go actually create this scene. So this scene was just a friendly agent, so you holding a checklist. And here's the script. And so we'll go back to ChatGPT and just think like this is going to be the final scene. So we got to get the scene up. So where do we go? We go to media. We go down, and the agent one was, this one. Again, this would normally be a picture of you. So we got to right click this, set as background. We got the script, so this is on scene 3. So we go here to 3 and we paste it in. And that's what he's going to say. So what we would want is that we would want to have, let's put it red. We're going to want a bit bigger. When he says sell, we could have sell pop up at DM. And that way it would come in and we could actually tell the transition to do a zoom in and then a zoom out. When you're actually completed everything, you would go up top here to generate. You go here and push generate. Remember to have the HeyGen watermark taken off. This is only going to be possible if you've got a paid account. In the free account, you don't have a choice. Then press submit. Also, probably put a title in, makes it easier to find. And then submit, and like 5-10 minutes later, you'll get notification that it's done. And then once it's done, you have a couple options. You can share it, a link, or you can download it. And you just download it and you can select your resolution.
Hello from the Krem Institute. Are you thinking about selling your home? Don't even think about listing it until you've done these 10 things. Number 1, deep clean like your in-laws are coming over and staying forever. Number 2, pack away personal items. Buyers need to imagine their life here, not yours. Number 3, first impressions matter. Start with a fresh, inviting exterior. Number 4, those wild wall colors, tone it down. Neutral walls equal more offers. Number 5, that squeaky door you ignored, fix it now or lose buyers later. Number 6, more light equals bigger feel. Open the blinds and replace those dead light bulbs. Number 7, rearrange furniture to make rooms feel open and spacious. Number 8, new door handles and knobs equal an instant refresh on a budget. Number 9, smell matters. Pet odors and last night's dinner, that's got to go. Finally, number 10, phone pics won't cut it. Hire a professional photographer. You'll thank yourself later. And if you want the full checklist, plus staging tips and pro marketing strategies, just DM me SELL for your free comprehensive home selling guide. And thanks from the Krem Institute.
If you're a real estate agent and don't want to get left behind with all of these AI updates, guys, you're in the right place because we created the world's very first AI certified agent. We have an entire AI institute dedicated to the real estate industry. We have a top custom GPT in the ChatGPT store just for the real estate industry. All you got to do is check out some of the links in the description below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And if you're still here, go ahead and check out one of the other videos that we just shot.